Hello. Whoa. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jose, but you can call me Juice, and I hope y'all are having a great motherfucking planty day. So, I'm not really sure what the heck I'm gonna title this video yet, but basically, if you watched my last video, I showed you guys these two little mini greenhouse boxes, aka just storage bins, but today we're just gonna be repotting all these plants and putting them into a different clear storage bin. And I also thought I would tell you guys why I'm growing the plants in case y'all were curious. But anyways, before we get into that, if you didn't know, I'd be uploading plant content here every Wednesday and Friday. So if you'd be looking for that, I got you. And maybe you want to go ahead and check out my other videos. And if you already have, you should definitely click that subscribe button down there. Please don't forget to leave a like or a comment. It would really help my channel out and I would also really appreciate it. But let's get right into this video. So the other day, I bought these clear storage bins at Walmart. These ones are 66 quart. I think they were like maybe $10 or like $14 each. I don't really remember. The reason I'm moving the baby plants out of their old bins is because I honestly feel like they don't hold humidity that well. I just kind of prefer the boxes that actually have like latches on them, because then I feel like it's actually like sealed and keeping that humidity in there. And the other reason I want to move them is because I want to repot all them into a better soil mix for them to grow in. Also, the soil in there has become infected with freaking fungus gnats because y'all know they get into everything. But yeah, so I also want to be able to kind of get rid of that problem because I will be using my mosquito bits, which I haven't used in such a long time. But I'm going to mix them into the water that we're going to water the plants with. So hopefully we'll have no more freaking fungus gnats. But I also thought it would be a good chance to show you guys all of the plants and then also explain why I'm freaking growing these little plants. We're also going to take some cuttings of some plants that I already have so that I can start growing them as well. But anyways, I'm gonna stop talking and we just gonna get into it. Alright, so first off, I am just going to wipe down the freaking storage bins because I know they're not the cleanest if they were just out there at the store, you know, so. Alright, so now we're going to get into repotting all of the little plants, and while I'm repotting them, I will show them to you, of course, and then I'm also going to talk about why I'm even growing them, so let's get into it. Alright, so we're going to start off with this box right here. I'm literally just about to release a bunch of fungus gnats into my room because they like collect on the roof trying to find a way out, so here we go. Oh my god. There's so many. Should I kill them? But anyways, let's get into the plants. So right off the bat, I have a little baby philodendron pink princess. Can y'all see? Sorry, the lighting is not the best. And she has a new leaf on the way, as y'all can see. I believe this one was her last leaf. So for the most part, she has pretty good variegation, and she's probably been growing by herself for over like 6 months now. But basically, I'm going to be repotting all of these plants into a mix of sphagnum moss and a little bit of soil mix with some vermiculite in them. So I have some freshly boiled sphagnum right here, so it is nice and sanitized. Then I got my little soil and vermiculite mix in here. So let's go ahead and add some sphagnum in here. And this is actually the reused sphagnum from the moss pole I just took off my monstera in my last video. So I'm happy I didn't have to go to the store and buy more. And also it's more sustainable this way. I don't know if y'all can see, but now there's sphagnum and soil in there. So let's go ahead and repot this pink princess. Let's go ahead and take the pink princess out of her pot. So these are what the roots are looking like on her. They're looking really good. I do have a little surface right here, but my camera can't see that, and I don't really have that much space to move back anymore, so I think I'm just gonna reuse the pot she was in. I know it still has like some residual soil in it that, you know, little fungus gnat babies could be in, but I am gonna be using mosquito bits, so hopefully it will just kill anything else that is still in there. But let's put her in some new stuff. Alright guys, so this is what she's looking like now, and I think it looks really good. So I'm just gonna go ahead and place her in the new bin right over here. And I'm gonna organize them all in there, and then I will show you guys all the plants in there when I have them all repotted as well. Anyways, let's move on. So next up, I have this philodendron or nestii cutting that has this nice, thick, juicy aerial root right there, as y'all can see. The mother plant is right here behind me. She actually just put out a new leaf herself. Might as well show y'all. Look at that. It's pretty. So I guess I should probably explain why I be growing these plants now. So basically, I kind of want to start my own online plant shop. So this is the first time I'm like actually talking about it publicly, but yeah, basically I am just starting to grow an inventory for an online plant shop someday in the future. I was gonna kind of wait to talk about it until I was like closer to being ready to like launch, but I definitely have a good selection going, and I just wanted to be able to show you guys. Plus, I think it would be fun to watch my journey from like the beginning stages all the way out until I have an actual plant shop someday. So if that's something you'd be interested in seeing, you could keep on watching my channel, keep on supporting me, maybe hit the subscribe button. Yeah, that's my like kind of big announcement, I guess. I don't know. I don't even know if people are gonna watch this video, so I'm gonna stop rambling. And here are the roots on that nestii girl. She has these new roots that have grown, but these roots on here are the roots she had before, and they don't really look like they did much else. I'm gonna go ahead and put some of that new soil in here. I'm gonna place her back in. Alright, so this is what she's looking like in the new soil mix. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the new box, and y'all will see her a little bit later. Alright, next up we have this little baby philodendron bipenifolium cutting. These are her little baby leaves, and they're super cute. This plant is really cute in its juvenile stage. This is her original leaf that the cutting had. But anyways, let's get her into the new soil mix. These roots are looking good. Here are the roots, y'all. They look really healthy. They are a little tangled, but besides that, they're looking really good. So I actually had her potted in this little like ice cream cup that I just put some drainage holes in. And one thing I am going to be doing though as like a part of my shop is just reusing old plastics from like little snacks. And I actually have a whole stack of them over there in case I need to make any more. But yeah, I saved like plastic cups from like Jamba Juice or Starbucks, or you know, if I get fast food somewhere. I think it's a really good way to reuse those and not waste that plastic, because there'd be so much plastic waste already out there in this world. Should I keep her in the same pot? Yeah, I think I will. And by the way, I'm not going to talk about like every single one if it's like a duplicate of the same plant. I'm just showing you all the individual ones I have in there, and then I will pot them all up without talking about all of them, because if I did that, we'd be here all day. All right, this is what she's looking like, all repotted, super cute. I'm going to go ahead and put her in the new box, and we're going to move on to the next plant. So I have two of the same plant right here, but I didn't know which one to show y'all because both of these specimens are really pretty. But I have some philodendron subhastatum cuttings growing, and these are actually just like full-on plants now. I've had them potted in here for such a long time, and they've gave me a couple of new leaves, but just look how pretty these are. And if y'all didn't know, these are popular for having these red backs. I'm super excited to repot these and kind of see what the roots are looking like. Let's get into it. So if you guys watch my plant tour, y'all know I have a little baby philodendron subhastatum, and I talked about how I got that in shipping and the rest of the plant snapped off at the bottom. So basically all these little plants that I have in here is the rest of the plant that snapped off. I basically just cut it up into individual cuttings, and now I have 6 of these plants growing for me right now. So if y'all haven't noticed, I am kind of just specializing in growing and selling philodendron right now because 1, that's my favorite genus, so I want to share it with everyone else. And 2, it's the plant that I have the most of, so I feel like it's really easy for me to stock up on an inventory pretty fast. And also, if I just have one plant, I feel like it does a lot better for me space-wise, because I just live in a small little apartment, so I don't have the most space. But I did want to say, if there was any other type of plant y'all would like to see me grow and sell, y'all can leave a comment and I will consider it. On one part, I feel like it's good to like specialize in one thing, but on the other part, I just feel like, you know, philodendron aren't for everyone, so I definitely want to have some options that, you know, other people can get that might not be as into philodendron. Yeah, maybe I can like start growing and selling anthurium. I definitely am kind of leaning into that, but y'all let me know. I low-key thought this would have bigger roots since it's been potted up for a while, but it still has a pretty good root system. It's doing well, and the leaves look beautiful, so can't really complain. Oh, freak. Here's what she's looking like with the new soil. I think it looks really good, and I'm gonna go ahead and put her with the rest of the plants, and y'all will see her later. So the rest of the plants in here are actually duplicates of other ones, so I'm just gonna speed through the rest real quick, and we'll be back in just a second. Alright, so I just finished repotting all of those plants that were in that first box. I'll do a little better organizing in here in a little bit, but I just wanted to show y'all all of them after their repots. They're all looking really good, and I'm hoping they're going to be thriving in these new storage bins. So now that we're done with these plants, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next box with the other little baby plants in them. So let's get into it. So here are all the other little baby plants I am growing. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys which ones are in here, and then we're gonna do another little speed through of the repottings. But starting off right here, we have some little baby philodendron micans. These have been, you know, taking their time, but I have 3 of them right here. This one actually has 2 different cuttings in them, but right above them, I have some philodendron hastatums, aka philodendron silver swords, and oh my god, look at that sparkle, y'all. Can y'all see that on camera? That's so pretty. I'm excited to be growing these for my shop. Like, oh my god, do y'all see that sparkle? I'm really hoping it picks up on the camera, but like, that's so pretty. And then right above those ones, we have some philodendron Burley Marks Fantasies. And they've just like started to grow, because as you can see back here, we got some new leaves coming out, and I have 3 of them. But I actually do plan on planting some more later in this video. But right above these ones, I have some philodendron Camposporto Autumn babies, and these have been doing pretty well. This one's the least established, but this is her newest leaf. And then this one put out this leaf before, I think. And then this is its newest leaf right here. It's super cute. And then this one actually has a new leaf on the way right now. But this was her last leaf. Freaking fungus gnat flying around. But now we're just gonna get into repotting them. So I just finished repotting all of the plants that were in those boxes. I have a couple in this box because they weren't gonna fit anywhere in here. But now I'm just going to water these ones. So I already have my watering can full of water, and I did just add some Super Thrive, and also to help with the fungus gnats, I added some freaking mosquito bits in there. So they are just soaking right now, and I'm just gonna let them soak for a little bit longer just to make sure we get all that good bacteria that's gonna be killing any fungus gnat babies. So yeah. I'm also just gonna give them a quick little spray down. And now we're actually going to be taking some cuttings of some other plants to add into these storage bins. But I do have to go to work first, so y'all are gonna see me later in the day. See y'all in the future. Let's cut up some of my plants. All right, so I'm finally back, and if the lighting starts getting intense or anything, the sun do be setting now, so that's why. So the first one we're going to be cutting from is my Philodendron Burley Marks Fantasy, and I already do have some of these growing, but mine's gotten pretty long, and I would just like to cut her because she does have all these aerial roots, which means she would be really easy to pot up and start growing as their own little plants. So where should I cut? Because I already have cut from this before. Boop. Wow, the sun is getting really intense, so I'm sorry, y'all. Now we got all of these cuttings, and I'm gonna cut in between them so they can become their own little plants. So I was able to get 6 different cuttings off of that vine, which is really nice. And now we're gonna move on to the next plant I'm gonna be cutting. So the next plant I'm taking cuttings from is my Philodendron Squamiferum, and look at her, y'all. She is beautiful, but I'm gonna be cutting her up, unfortunately. And I also probably need to repot this in general, because y'all, look at all these roots just hanging off the edge. Because it actually ended up rooting into the gravel that I have in the bottom of my greenhouse box, which I have like all my personal plants in that I'm not growing for the shop or anything. This is gonna be my first time ever cutting from her, so like, oh my god, okay, I'm doing it. Oh my god, is this all the same root right here? No way. Oh my god. Look at this long ass root on one of those nodes. Like, it literally starts from here and it goes all the way down. Like, that's crazy. Oh my god. So now I'm gonna do the same thing I did with the last one and just cut in between, just so we can have some more plants out of it. So we were able to get 5 different cuttings out of that. All right, so the sun finally calmed down, but the last plant we're taking cuttings from is from my Philodendron Silver Sword. She is very beautiful, but she is getting a little too tall for my greenhouse box. So we are just gonna be cutting her up a little bit, but as you can see, she also has some crazy aerial roots on her. I also already have a couple of these growing, which I showed y'all earlier, but it doesn't hurt to have some more. This one also needs a repot. Y'all can see freaking the roots sticking out the end, and the roots be going crazy in there. Look at that. And now, same as all the other ones, I'm just gonna cut in between the little things. All right, so we got 6 cuttings from that. Oh my god, look at that root. And now we are ready to start potting up some things. All right, so I moved you guys down to the floor so y'all don't have all this intense sun. But basically, we're just gonna go with the same process as last time. So I already have some older pots I can be reusing. I also have some of the plastic cups that I be reusing. And if we run out of these pots, which I know we will, we have all of these to make some new pots out of. But yeah, anyways, we're just gonna speed through this, so let's get into it. So I just finished repotting all of the cuttings, and this is what they're looking like, all snuggled up in here. I actually did have some other cuttings that I wanted to add in here, but I don't know if I'm gonna have space, y'all. But I'll also probably do that off camera because y'all have seen enough of me repotting things. I'm also going to be watering these ones with the Super Thrive plus mosquito bit water. So I just put the new boxes where the old boxes were, and I think this is already looking a lot nicer. And I really like how I can latch these lids now, so I feel like that humidity's really going to be held in there really nicely. But I think that's going to end today's video because I don't want this to get way too long. But if you enjoyed watching, please make sure to leave a like or leave a comment because it would really help my channel out, and I would also really appreciate it. If you haven't checked out my other videos, I don't know what you're doing, but you definitely should. But if you already have, you should definitely click that subscribe button down there. I be uploading plant content here every Wednesdays and Fridays, so if you'd be looking for that, I got you. But yeah, let me know any other kinds of plants y'all would want to see me growing down in the comments. And also, please wish me luck on starting up this little shop or whatever. This is very much the beginning stages of it, so I don't entirely know when exactly I'm gonna be opening, but hopefully sooner rather than later. I will make sure to make like an official announcement when I am going to be like launching, but if you guys want to see this as like a continuous series, also let me know about that. But anyways, I think I've said all I've needed to say, so I'm gonna head out. Bye.